Welcome to another edition of the Sportsport. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sportsport here on a Thursday. Barnes, Tony, and Danny. What is going on, gentlemen?
Not much, dude. Stoked to be here. Kind of like Friday for us, I guess, right? We're not doing a show tomorrow.
Yes.
So, 4th of July weekend. Stoked for the plans. Brian on the travel. I'm on the travel. Hopefully, we also enjoy watching the. I guess one of us is not going to be enjoying baseball this weekend. So, we'll see what happens, dude.
Yeah, I honestly, I'm trying to think. I don't know how much I'm really going to be able to. They're all day games.
Yeah, it's kind of wild, dude.
It's just gonna be kind of watching it on the phone.
Yeah, I guess so. And I mean, I'll be with my Uncle Richie, so I'm sure he'll be, wanting. He's a big Yankee fan, so
yeah.
He used to sell hot dogs or peanut stand, I think, outside of the Yankee Stadium. In any case, dude, I'm sure he'll be kind of dialed in. So maybe him and I will be, I don't know, breaking away from the barbecue or something to find a TV or something.
I know it. Like mine being in Rhode Island, like they're not even gonna get the game. Unless tomorrow is it national tomorrow or no?
I would no, it's not Saturday.
All three are
Local.
SNY.
Oh, great.
Okay.
But yeah, I know tomorrow is what, at 3:00?
Yeah,
I think.
Like 2 or 3.
And then
because then it's like the next day I'll be at the beach, and then the next day I'll be probably at the beach again. So
sick job by MLB doing it on 4th of July weekend, dude. I'm so stoked.
No, but that's awesome.
No, yeah, it's sick, dude.
But yeah, what can you do?
Nothing. Can't do anything.
No, right now I have to say, like, it's just all I can do with the way the Yankees are playing is just golf, just bury myself with it. Whether that's on the course myself, the PGA Tour, the PGA Radio,
Lucas Glover,
the Lucas Glover show, a lot of talk about the Ryder Cup team, and I really actually am getting excited for the Open Championship. I know I mentioned that a couple times already this week, but I think it's going to be awesome.
Bagpipes.
You get pretty riled for it, right? I mean, obviously a major is always exciting, but
definitely, dude. I mean, I think it's really it's obviously a great location. I mean, what are there 2 tournaments in Scotland? Is there only one?
Well, you have the Scottish Open at the Renaissance Club, and then the Open at Royal Port Wrestling next week.
Which
which
is wild. Yeah, dude. Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's a good. I know you don't like the stretches and certain locations necessarily, Brian, but I feel like that stretch these 2 back-to-back tournaments. I mean, I think it causes a lot of interest, intrigue, high level of golf. I mean, dude, dialed in, and like we said, dude, the bagpipes. Like, there's a nuance about it, man.
If you had to,
how
would you rank the majors in terms of like? What you like the most versus the least.
I'm trying to remember. I feel like you definitely
asked it before.
No, yeah, we definitely did this last year too. I'm trying to remember what I guess.
I think Augusta's
Masters is one. I think maybe I put U.S. Open at 2, right?
U.S. Open at 2. Okay.
And then we'll do the Open.
Okay, so the PGA bringing up the rear.
Yeah,
do you think
up the rear,
like
dude.
I've been mentioning, and they've been mentioning on PGA Tour Radio that they should move it back to August, be the last major of the year, give it more of an identity.
I mean, I do like the idea of giving it more of an identity. I feel like all the other majors do. Obviously, Augusta's Augusta. Just talked about, obviously, Royal Oak, the bagpipes. There's a certain feel to that tournament, and U.S. Open is, the
Our
U.S.
championship.
Dude. Yeah, exactly. So, I guess so. I mean, slating it as the final tournament or just
last
having
shot
it,
of glory. Saying it.
I mean, like, it kind of writes itself at that point, right? And I mean, will it at that point maybe go up the ranks? I don't know. We'll see. But what about you? I mean, what do you think about that ranking? Are you similar? Are you U.S. Open is 3rd?
No, I think you're pretty much on the button, I would say, honestly.
On the button.
Just because it's like, obviously the Masters is the Masters, the US Open, just all the different courses, the tough test. And then I just think the PGA, there's just like a little identity lacking there. And it's just so unique. The course is wherever they play for the Open Championship. They're so much different than what we, play on a regular basis. Plus, it's the whole thing of like the oldest championship, the champion golfer of the year, the Claret Jug. It was funny actually in the car this morning. They were doing a flashback or a replay of like the 2019 Royal Portrush Open and talking about, Shane Lowry was kind of walking through was mindset the whole time. And I guess he filled the Claret Jug with Jameson after the win and had a couple of beers. And you would got a kick out of the commentary, like the way he says it, obviously with the Irish accent.
Oh, yeah.
Harrington was on it too, because obviously he's from Ireland
in
as
the bottle.
So I mean, I'm excited for that stuff. Golf it was actually pretty cool. So yesterday I was playing a gainer and so I was paired up with 4 people, but then 2 people left on the front 9. It was me and this other kid. He was walking, so obviously I'm playing fast. I kind of just got ahead and was by myself for, I don't know, the last like 6-7 holes. And the last 3 or 4, I had Josh B and Kevin. I think it may be Chief too. On the Discord, like I set up my phone so they could like see all of my shots.
Oh, no shit,
and I'm sure you can imagine Josh B getting like riled for that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And one thing that he did mention that was kind of helped me is I know I've done this in the past. I thought I was settling down, but I guess kind of going back to bad habits is like the jumping with the swing. And I think you've probably seen me do it. But like just leaving my feet. So I kind of worked on that. And ended up parring 18. So I think that kind of helped. But even set it up like on the green, like behind the hole so they could see the ball. It was pretty cool.
There we go, dude.
Yeah. So I mean
the cameras,
dude. So that was pretty cool. So yeah, I mean that's what I got right now, because it's like it's nothing to be happy about with the Yankees, unfortunately. Which we'll get to. But I see we have a couple comments if you want to.
Oh yeah, we do. We have the classic Josh B saying,
Josh B,
what up, fam? He says, I'm sure, like you said, he's getting a good kick out of the golfing, the camera angles, dude. Jay Bird, speaking of getting a good kick out of it, says, what's good? ? Exclamation point. The Mets needed that second win last night, no doubt. Jay Bird, Blade Tidwell, that is, looked okay. He did. I do really enjoy. I mean, he was hitting like 97, 98 in the gun, so I do like that. The fastball, the velo. But he says he's excited for the Subway Series. He's gonna soak it all in, dude. I wonder what Jay's 4th of July plans are. I'm pretty sure he told me that he's not doing anything. He'll maybe see his mom.
So he's getting hammered.
He should go to the fucking Subway Series. Like, if I had a free, free time, like,
yeah, dude.
Although he's probably working Saturday, I guess. But still, I'd figure it out.
Yeah, I mean,
like, come on,
go
Jay.
Sunday then.
Like, take advantage, Jay.
Working Saturday, go Sunday.
Right? Maybe I'm gonna go Sunday. I'll leave Uncle Richie's early.
Yeah, why not?
Just go to the fucking
go
stadium.
with Uncle Richie.
Go with Uncle. Yeah, I think he'd be down.
He could take the Amtrak or
he
something.
He definitely could.
Yeah.
Not for nothing. I would imagine that Sunday driving my cousins back to the airport, which is probably going to be JFK or LaGuardia. So,
there you go.
Maybe, hey, like,
plan might be forming
early on. All of a sudden, you just find yourself like in front of the stadium.
It's so tough, like just right now. And obviously, I mean, I'm sure you're happy. You win that second game of the doubleheader, but just I don't know if you feel like this, Danny, but it's like I just. Like obviously, like, oh, if they win tonight, like, I'll be riled. But I just feel like just so beaten down to the point where it's like, I feel like I almost like, if someone asked me, of course, anytime, sure, I'll go. But it's like, I can't even plan like going to a game right now until they like start like doing better. Like, it's just so like, I don't know. They're demoralizing, I guess you could say.
My issue is that I'm going to like 2 games next week. I'm going on the 8th, and then I'm going again on the 12th.
So what days of the week is that?
Tuesday, and then the 12th is Saturday.
Oh, nice. And you just cert any like particular like planning into that, or just kind of how it worked on the schedule?
Yeah, the 8th is just a day that my girlfriend's parents had tickets to that they couldn't exchange. So me and her dad are going.
Nice.
And then Saturday, I wanted to watch the Cubs. Like with my friends, we did like a position group draft where we each drafted a starting rotation, a bullpen, an outfield and DH, and an infield. And then like,
interesting,
depending on how many award winners, all-stars, things like that they had. So I picked the Cubs outfield, which is looking like a great pick.
Yeah, that is.
So I just wanted to see them in person.
That's awesome.
See Kyle Tucker. Hopefully they play him in left field one game so that he can get used to it for Yankee Stadium.
Yeah. No, that would be something. And that's something too, because I've thought about that, but then, just the way they are with the luxury tax. I mean, do you think that's like a realistic possibility, Tucker, or no?
I think possibly, yeah, because part of it is going to be what does Bellinger do? Because Bellinger has the player opt-ins.
Yeah.
If he opts out, Trent's a free agent. So I think there's definitely room for an outfielder, but I also think it depends on their mentality with Jazz. Are they going to have him sign an extension, or are they going to let him hit free agency? It does. I mean, like, they're not going to re-sign Devin Williams. They're probably going to focus on retaining Luke Weaver, though. So I think there's a decent mix of guys that they're okay letting go, and some guys that they do need to figure out the future plans for, where I see quite a few lanes for Kyle Tucker. And I think he's been really good, but it's not like where Juan Soto was like every game he was like adding another $5 million to his overall total. And also just the league as a whole, like when you're in New York and when you're playing for the Yankees and when you're playing in the playoffs and the World Series, there's more eyes on you. Mm-hmm. Kyle Tucker, he's been really good, but like he's not playing with Shohei Ohtani, who is the MVP. The Dodgers take that shine in the National League. So I think it'll be like expensive, but I think probably closer to like Cole Judge range, which like now for a superstar is like kind of underpaying.
So I was thinking somewhere between 4 and 5, but you think it'll be less?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it'll be really interesting because he doesn't get talked about. Like, he's not even the most talked about player on his team. PCA is.
Oh yeah.
So it'll be really interesting to see how the league values him, because I do think he's really talented and he's playing really well. I mean, he's an all-star starter, but he's never going to be that number one guy, it seems.
Yeah, no, that's true. No, and I'd love to have him. And it's interesting with Bellinger. I mean, barring something unexpected, I'm expecting him to kind of have like, a solid season, but nothing crazy. Probably pace he's at now, maybe 25 home runs, 80 RBIs, maybe hit around 270, 275. But I just have a feeling, because I think he probably knows that if he opts out, the Yankees are going to re-sign him. And he, how he talked about, Scott Boras saying, for years he said he's trying to go to the Yankees. I kind of feel like no matter what, and like I said, unless it's like somehow he hits 20 home runs in the second half, it's 35, or, has a crazy postseason, all that he's going to opt in just because he wants to stay with the Yankees.
I hope he just opts in, because it's not so crazy. Like, it's not an awful deal. And also, then your first baseman is Ben Rice, which is a good thing. But like, if you need to give last night, right? I'm not having him catch. I mean, that's just him not knowing and not catching Devin Williams.
It was a bad pitch too.
Yeah, obviously, but that I don't put on Ben Rice, but it's like if you have JC or Wells in there, like it probably doesn't end up as bad. But yeah, it's just Ben Rice is probably the first baseman next year, and like I do like having Cody Bellinger there to be that other guy, or even like everyone says like, Luis Arias to the Yankees, which I am against, because I don't think he can hit singles in Yankee Stadium. He never plays well there.
Wow, Josh B.
And
he can't play defense. And just after what I've seen defensively, I'm so turned off by anybody.
Yeah, he'd have to be the first baseman.
And even at first base, he's not going to be.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, it'll be interesting. Obviously, long ways away, from that. But just right now, I mean, just hoping for the turnaround. I mean, but just, nothing's giving you confidence. It's like, if it's not one thing, it's the other. Offense actually hasn't really been that bad this series, other than leaving a lot of guys on. But, you explode for 9 runs last night, and it's not enough. And just the bullpen has been great, and it just seems like that's going to shit. Same thing with the rotation as well. So it's just, you just really want to stop the bleeding. And it'll only be that much worse if we don't play well against the Mets too. So, has to start with winning tonight, but we'll have to see what happens. What else we got in the comments?
Oh yeah, we got a couple here. Looks like Matt comes in here.
Matt Bruh
says, Morneau, Yankees suck, he says. And he says, let's be honest, the way both teams are playing, is there really going to be a winner of the Subway Series?
Yes, there will. As bad as this stretch is right now, I definitely will we'll take a 2 out of 3. I think that will definitely make things feel a little bit
Mhm.
better anyway for the time being.
Yeah. And then we also have Ernie saying, "Yeah." Immaculate Grid, sponsored by Hooligan Exotic Farms. He says, "Dude, you got a beat on the Exotic Farms?"
No, I saw he sent us that. I didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just like what that's like his, like he's trying to make that company. Is that what it is?
You know, I didn't get much context, but like you said,
Yeah, you saw the
logo,
logo.
nice, and I could obviously get, I know what it is.
You know what it is.
You know what it is.
All right.
But I don't know where his standing is. I mean, is it his boys? Is he the sole proprietor?
I kind of feel like it's him.
Is he just a sponsor? Is he sponsored by them now? And he's just kind of like, I feel like it is him too.
But you know what they say about your own supply, though. That's the only thing, right?
You can't get high on your own supply, dude.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
So,
as Jake Knapp looks like he's hitting a ball that's about in a foot of grass, dude.
but I would say that grass compared to like an Oakmont or a Bethpage for a major. Watch, he'll put this right on the green. So we'll keep an eye out.
You think he's on the green
for a second?
I mean, he's not really that far out, I guess.
162 from the rough. I mean, for us, right? I mean, we're hitting it. Are we even hitting it past that bunker on the right? I don't know.
Probably in the bunker on the right, dude.
So we'll see what he does. He's at even par right now. Tied for 44th, but in the lead, co-leaders right now, Emiliano Grillo, 5 under through 7, Austin Eckert 5 under through 6, Doug Heem 4 under through 8, Max Homa 4 under through 5, and Homa starting on the back 9. And let's see, this shot is I guess off the green into the rough, right? I kind of missed.
I'm a little bit behind you right now, so
I just saw him looking over there. Or did he not even hit?
Yeah, I mean,
that was so. No. What the? No, he must have hit, right?
I'm watching him hit right now, and he's to the left of the green.
Okay, that's what I.
Yeah. Is that what you said before?
No, you're ahead of me. That was weird. Someone else must have hit, and he just walked out to see it.
Oh yeah, no, that was whoever he's partnered. I'm not sure who he's partnered up with.
Oh, so you're ahead of me then?
Right now, I'm on
because he just hit it left.
Yeah, he hit it left. Yep.
Oh, he laid up. Wow, that's kind of surprising, right? Because that's just in the fairway.
Yeah, dude, that was kind of wild. Like, I don't know what he was thinking there.
By the way, how about this? My sleeper, I think I knew something. Joel Damon, 3 under through 8. So only 2 shots back right now. Obviously, it's early. We talked about the 6 missed cuts as Doug Keem hits an absolute dart within a couple feet there. So I think that'll be another birdie for him.
Mm-hmm.
And Homa on the approach here from 157 on 15. Like I mentioned, he's 4 under. And that one is pretty good. I'd say that's probably about 15 feet or so for a birdie for Homa to move it to 5 under. So he's somebody that needs a win. So like we always say, these tournaments are great for guys who need to, turn the year around. What else we got here?
Looks like Matt saying Knicks haven't made it official with Mike Brown yet. Still running to be coach, he's saying, with the praying.
Yeah, interesting. It seemed like a lot of reports that seemed like that was done.
It seemed kind of Yeah. I was just looking. I was just double checking too. I mean,
what does it say right now? I mean, it says it's done.
Yeah, I mean, literally, ESPN was like, 4 ways new Knicks head coach Mike Brown is going to be doing whatever, and like obviously there's a lot of LeBron talks as well.
I guess because the Knicks haven't announced it, it's just still just Shams reporting.
But I mean,
yeah, it's done. I mean, barring some snag, I would say it's done.
George Springer.
But it's interesting though. What about George Springer?
With the snag, with the with the back problems, the injuries.
I still don't get it.
Like that was like, unless there's some snag, like some significant snag, like where he's like not passing a physical.
Oh, okay.
Oh, like Carlos Correa.
Oh, Correa, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't remember that was Springer. But it's interesting with that. I think a lot of Knicks fans don't like that hire, and I just think if you take out comparing him to Thibodeau, I think he's like somewhat of an underrated coach. I think, I don't know, just like for people, it's not exciting, but I think, he did really good work in Cleveland with the roster that he had. And then in Sacramento as well. So I don't think it's necessarily a bad hire. I don't know what you think, but
I really like the hire. I think as I've heard other people say, is like he hasn't won a championship as a head coach, but he's been on championship coaching
as an
staffs
assistant.
as an assistant.
Yeah.
Like he worked for Popovich. He's worked with stars. He's worked in large markets where there's high expectations. So I feel like where going in, I probably liked Johnny Bryant more, just as having that familiarity with the team, with the East being set up where it's only like you, Cleveland, and maybe Atlanta if all their offseason moves panned out. You really have to take advantage with someone that can at least get you to a finals. And for most of the time, this team was like, it feels like there's more to unlock offensively. And he's an offensive guy. He had the highest rated offense in the league with the Kings. So with all these different playmakers, all these guys that maybe the puzzle pieces don't fit exactly, that I think he'll be much better suited to gearing them up and getting them in space and situations where they could really be blowing out these bad teams.
Yeah, no, I agree. And a couple more comments here.
Oh yeah, really?
Yeah.
No, yeah. Ernie in here. He does explain the situation here. He says, I am a licensed New Jersey marijuana cultivator now. Legal grow farm. Sole proprietor.
There we go, Ernie. Honestly, that's awesome.
That is pretty awesome, dude. Congratulations to you.
Yeah,
That's
congrats.
sick, dude. Where is the farm? Like, where is this farm, dude? Like, I'd love to come visit.
At the
Obviously,
Cabrera compound.
try the
right?
product. Is it? No way, dude. Really?
I don't know.
I didn't realize he had such a compound that he could, farmland, dude. And then Matt says here, not happy. Tibbs firing, but if that's the new head coach. If that's the new head coach, he has my support. I'm not rooting for the guy to fail out of spite, he says, which I think is a very mature way to look at it, obviously. But
Yeah.
I mean, I think at the end of the day, I think Matt shares a lot of the feelings that many Knicks fans do. But I think also, like, how much of that do you think is rooted in just like, I guess the failure you're putting up to this season, and then just like, it is kind of perplexing to fire Tibbs when you kind of have a successful season and honestly like a tenure with the Knicks in general. Like,
but you see it so much in sports now. It's the power struggle with the front office. It's so ridiculous how people, it's like they act like children. But I just think it's like, if you're having success, why does it need, people just need to be so combative? But we saw it with Denver and Malone, and obviously it happened here with Thibodeau. And I think it happened with Mike Brown in Sacramento. That's why he was let go. So I think that's what it comes down to.
Where do you think Tibbs ends up going? Like, do you think he's going to get hired by another team?
I don't even know who's
available.
Openings?
I have no idea.
No idea.
I almost think
anything
no.
left.
Brooklyn? Who coaches Philadelphia?
Nick Nurse.
Yeah, is he going to be there?
I think
For a
so,
long time?
because I think they don't blame him for them being so bad last year. I think they blame Embiid being hurt.
Yeah.
What's his face? TikTok guy. Jared McCain. Jared McCain was playing really well. He was hurt. So I think they don't blame Nick Nurse for that.
All right.
I think they blame like the injuries to Embiid, Paul George, and McCain. He might go join a staff. Van Gundy's on a staff somewhere. Like, he might go team up with him.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like you see him have this track record of not really playing a bench. And if your team isn't built like to just lock people down defensively, that is just not the way that the NBA is anymore. And where he's good and he can elevate your floor. He doesn't necessarily raise your ceiling. And I feel like Mike Brown raises the Knicks ceiling better than Tom Thibodeau would have.
Yeah, no, I can see that.
And then also
he coached Did he coach the Westchester Knicks? Mike Brown? Where was he?
No,
he was never within the Knicks organization.
Brown, I think, used to
Brett
coach
Brown. Okay.
The Westchester Knicks. But yeah, Mike Brown, I don't think has any ties to the Knicks organization.
Wow.
But just long-time coaching veteran. So we'll see how it works out. And also Michael Bucket was texting me talking about Lakers title because DeAndre Ayton 2-year deal yesterday. He's getting paid by, I guess, Portland and the Lakers. I mean, I think it's a good move for them, but I mean, I don't think he's like crazy, but I think he's probably what they need, right? I mean,
yeah, they need a big man, but I mean, since he played with CP3 and that title run, he hasn't looked good. Like, since they lost to the Bucks in the finals, when he was on the Suns, he hasn't been some star player. Portland was actively drafting big men to play over him and they acquired him in a trade. So I just think it's ridiculous that the Lakers thought he was the best big man of the offseason. They didn't go for Brook Lopez. They didn't go for Mason Plumlee. They didn't try and trade for Valanciunas. Like, all these other better big men were available, and they just kind of said, again, we're punting. And it's like, why trade for Luka if you're just going to keep punting on building a roster around him to be competitive for a championship?
I'm guessing it's probably also like a pedigree thing, like, former, top pick. And you look at it too. I mean, every season of his career, he's averaged at least 14 and 10. And last year, that's what he did, 14 and 10 with a block a game. So I think they're just looking at that, and that, it'll be a big upgrade from last year. But yeah, there definitely might have been some other options. Maybe they think too LeBron can get the best out of him. We'll see. And then a couple more here. A lot of basketball talk.
Oh yeah, really?
Power trip, right?
Power trip, dude.
Up top. There you go.
All right. Michael Bucked over there trying to produce the show. And now there's reports that Dad Brunson was on some kind of power trip. What does he mean by that?
Just that he didn't like Nips, but it seems like it seems like he has too much power. I think that's ridiculous. Someone's dad being an assistant on a staff. I mean, that's kind of crazy.
That is kind of crazy.
Like, way too close to the situation.
Yeah. I mean, conflict of interest. I think so, dude. And then, by the way, Jay Bird in here for Ernie says, "Do you need any help looking for work?" He says, and he gives out his Instagram handle to hit him up. So everyone here on the stream, please hit up Jay Bird for work. Looks like he may get an opportunity with Ernie. They're going to talk about it later. Some more info here. Micro business can do it at my home. No more than 8 plants is enough for a small home grow. By next year, you can possibly find my products in stores, which is pretty sick, dude. And I can probably vouch for Jay. I can drop a little reference, dude. I will say, in college, Jason Lubertelli was synonymous with hydroponics, dude. You know anything about hydroponics, Danny?
Isn't that like water plants? Or
yeah, dude. In any case,
I think it's his calling. I really do.
Jay Bird?
Yeah.
Or Ernie?
Both.
Yeah, no, I think so too. I think they would work really well together also.
They'll become Jazz's #1 choice.
Oh my God, dude. You go for a player sponsor. Yeah,
yes,
dude. That's what you go for, dude.
And then he becomes a good customer, and then Jay gets some sense, and he switches over from
the
Yankees.
Let's take it easy. No.
Just
you take it too far, Brian. You just take it too far.
But I'm just saying, as quick as he jumped in, I think he could jump as quickly out. I really do. I don't know. That's the sense I get.
I feel like the fact that you're bringing it up now is definitely not going to happen, to be honest. But he's no. But now it doesn't matter, dude.
No, but you're just saying that because that's what you want.
No, you're just saying this because that's what you want. Dude.
Well, can't both be true?
I guess both could be true, but I still don't think it's going to happen, dude. I think Jay's loyal. In college, Jason Lubertelli synonymous with loyalty.
There you go. Never cheated on a test or a girlfriend. Tony, it's like you're taking it so seriously. Like, obviously, it's a joke.
I was just thinking.
Like,
dude,
you don't need to,
like. No, he definitely cheated on tests, dude. Definitely cheated on tests. All right.
I mean, who hasn't? I mean, come on.
That's why Tony doesn't give tests in his class.
I know they're gonna cheat, dude. I've cheated on spelling tests. Got in trouble 7th grade. Never did it again.
You were just still taking spelling tests in 7th grade?
Yeah, I had spelling class over vocabulary until 8th grade.
So that curricula at these Catholic
all
boys schools.
St. Charles. Well, no, elementary school wasn't all boys, but
no, but 7th grade. I thought you said.
Right. No, well, elementary school. I went to one school for all my pre-K, K, first through 8th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
but that's still not elementary school though. 7th grade.
The whole thing is elementary school.
No.
I don't know. First of all, you people with the middle school, elementary, whatever you do.
But I'm saying. Get out of town.
All right, dude. I don't know. No, there is a planet, dude.
Where 7th grade is considered elementary.
You can go to Staten Island again, Penn Avenue, St. Charles.
I will talk
it says
to
it
the
right
dean
there.
of students.
St. Charles Elementary School.
So in the
right
district,
on the side of the building.
So my house, my neighbor goes to a different school district. In that district, there are quite a few schools that are K through 8. But at those, if the school is on the New York State failing schools list, they let the kids leave to go to one of the middle schools if they want.
Okay, gotcha. So
I don't know. I don't know what that is.
I don't know with that, dude. I mean, I don't really want to talk about the curriculum right now. Okay?
Different schools,
but those
whatever,
middle schools
dude.
are also 6, 7, 8. Whereas mine was just 7, 8.
Mine was 5 and 6, and then a separate 7 and 8. But now they've combined them and put 8 into the high school, and they just moved a bunch of stuff.
See, doesn't that sound
That's
like
crazy?
Like why? Yeah, why not just have one school for the whole thing? What is like?
Well, it's just population. I mean, that's why. There's only so much room at these schools. I'm saying. It depends.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not every school in the is like,
Yeah,
like the city where you're built
and
to
again,
serve 1,000
private school,
kids.
less kids. I mean, it's different, you know.
Yeah, I guess so. Private school
and
whatever.
Yeah. By the way,
Doug
Heim has moved into the lead with Hosler, Grillo, and Eckroth. So all at 5 under. Lipsky's at 4. He goes at 4. Homa's still at 4. You at 4. Joel Damon looks like he's still at 3 under, playing number 9. It looks like he has a birdie putt coming up. So we'll keep an eye out on that. But let's go to the world of Major League Baseball.
What a play! Stop it, Skip. And Alonso cracks one. The Mets win the ball game. Out of sight.
And it works at 100 miles an hour. 14 strikeout.
Drove deep to left field. There it goes. See ya.
In Asbury Park?
Yeah, in Asbury Park. I forget. It's called like, what's it called? Parker or something?
He'll tell us.
Jay, what's the restaurant? Also, Jay Bird dropping the dime here for HelloFresh, laying him off, dude. Which is crazy.
You guys are our bloodline.
Yeah, exactly. Bullshit, dude.
Yeah.
Heard that before. Which is crazy because Jay Bird was just in the studio. So I wonder if he just didn't say anything or whatever, dude. And
Could have been breaking news.
It could have been. They said
it's
wow, dude. Okay, so
and Sabine? Is that what it's called?
Oh yeah, Pascal Sabine.
Sabine.
Okay. That's what it is, dude. And he does say, by the way, he texted me. He says they said take the night shift, which is 6 p.m. to 4 a.m. or you're done. Which is pretty crazy, dude. Like HelloFresh, bad job, dude. Like I'm never gonna buy products from there ever again.
Yeah, but you
now.
could just stay up and do Adderall all night, right? It'd be fun.
I feel like Jay would like that, but is that really sustainable? You know?
And it's definitely cutting into a serving time.
Oh
Like,
yeah, exactly.
That's probably why he actually
at
turned
the
it down.
But also, he
dude,
probably
yeah,
just didn't want to work overnight. I mean, who really would? I mean, some people like it, but I think it's tough job.
No, yeah, it definitely is, dude. But you know what, Jay? I mean, they don't fucking need you, all right, dude. They don't know how good you are, all right, dude. So don't even fucking worry about it, all right, Jay. You got Erdy on your side.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know Brian doesn't give a shit, dude. He's happy you got fired.
No.
Yeah.
No. I want to go. I want to go to this restaurant.
Oh, Pascal Sabine?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, like there's quite a few. Like you can do a little restaurant.
I feel like
crawl
we'll
over
get
there,
Josh
dude.
B over there, given the proximity, right?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think we
most
got to set
definitely,
something
dude.
up.
I'd be down, and there's definitely. I'm sure you can probably sprinkle in some golf or
Yeah,
some bowling.
that's what
Asbury
I'm saying.
Lanes is over
Let's
there.
make this happen. I
Yeah,
think
dude, that'd
this
be
is
sick.
another outing.
Well, we know Jay has a bunch of free time.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but Tony, your mom is active in the chat.
Oh,
She wants
sorry.
you to see
Yeah.
your
I
message.
did not. My
Yes.
father, who went into surgery this morning, I guess. I did see she commented earlier.
Everything went great and went home.
Went
So
well.
that's awesome news.
We are home.
Love to hear it.
Love you.
That's awesome.
Yes, my dad's hand. Classic dad. With like going to doctors and like surgery. Like doesn't really like that sort of stuff. So
What was the hand injury?
carpal tunnel.
Carpal tunnel.
Mm,
Okay.
Yeah, dude. So
And she's the number 1 fan.
is she?
Yeah, it has that like purple crown next to her name.
How come I don't see that?
I don't see that here. Yeah.
Is
I
that
don't know.
just
It's
on
only on the
StreamYard?
YouTube.
It's probably because
on
it's
the
only on YouTube. That's yeah.
Oh, okay.
I could probably put it on my phone.
Whatever
see where it
update
is,
they
dude.
did. She's
Um,
now number 1.
Jay chuckling. I don't
Yeah.
know. Like, we're serious. We do want to come into the restaurant.
Well, I think it was because he has a lot of free time now. Is what I said.
But we're going to this
It
restaurant.
says thanks, homies of the DTV team. I mean, you could also just move to Connecticut and just
Yeah,
work
you also
here
could just do
full-time
that,
and
right?
just,
That'd be great.
Sportsport, bitch boys every day.
But
Game
yeah,
corner.
so I just don't have it in me right now for the full synopsis.
It's all right, dude.
But just summing it up. I mean, last night, regardless of a rally, a comeback from 8-0 to tie the game, it was still a disaster. You gave up 7 in the first inning. Will Warren hammered the 3-run homer, all of that. And you really, I mean, you didn't score until the 5th inning. You shut out, and then you scored 6 runs. And yes, it was good to see Stanton hit his first home run of the year. I've been calling for that one for a little bit. Judge with a big home run to tie the game at 9. But bullpen fails you. Tim Hill, that solo home run to Davis Schneider, was big to give the Jays back the lead. And I know we ended up tying it, but then Devin Williams, the wild pitch, the leadoff walk, and then letting up the single there. And, Volpe kind of getting robbed there in the ninth or eighth, whatever it was. But yeah, it just tough. It really just a terrible feeling right now. And the thing that that just bothers me the most, I would say, and it doesn't even matter. At the end of the day, losing is losing. It doesn't matter how you lose. So it's not about, the starter getting bombed, the bullpen faltering out. And, but it's just the fact that I just can't stand that rival teams, divisional teams, like we're just doing so bad against. Like, it's like, why can't we make that adjustment to figure it out? Because it just doesn't seem like it's something that's just this year. It seems like it goes back the last couple of years. Now 10-15 in the division. I just feel like it to me, like letting your divisional opponent do that to you time and time again. I mean, it's like where does the pride come in here? Like that you're not going to let a divisional opponent walk all over you. And it just seems like we've let the Red Sox do that. We've let the Blue Jays. Last time we played the Rays, we lost to them at home. How is it? Like, I understand, okay, divisional opponents used to play them 19. Now you play them 13 times. But how is it that they're picking up on the stuff that we're doing wrong, but we have no ability to do that on our end? I mean, I just feel like, if you won yesterday, you end up splitting. Okay. I mean, I guess you're salvaging. But now, I mean, you're looking at losing 3 out of 4 as the best case scenario. Like, I just think that, to me, that feels unacceptable. I know you hear the excuses about the long season, this and that. I mean, does it not feel, though, embarrassing, Danny, like to just let your divisional rivals just walk all over you?
No, it's unacceptable for a baseball team that has continually shown these problems to continue to repeat these problems. You look at it, and it is that we don't take advantage of the other team's
inadequacies.
Yeah. And
their deficiencies.
Yeah, their
deficiencies, inadequacies.
Because theirs aren't baseball fundamentals. The Yankees are just the worst team when it comes to baseball fundamentals. And I'm so happy that Jazz is out here saying, I'm a second baseman. Like, all offseason, they were telling me I was a second baseman. And yeah, I do want to play wherever. And I'm happy to help the team. But I'm a second baseman. DFA, either Oswald Peraza, who I'd rather have because his defense is better, or DJ, or send down Wells, because if Wells isn't catching, why is he up here? He's not hitting. So you can't play him at DH and justify that. If he's not going to catch because of his hand, send him down, let him DH there in Scranton Wilkes-Barre, and then call up your beat and let him play third, put Jazz at second, and then just revolve and use the hot hand at third base between Peraza and your beat. And if you need to give DJ a day at second, fine, so that Jazz can still play third, so that it's not completely foreign to him. Say whoever they trade for is a third baseman and then they get hurt, God willing, but you got to do something to change it up. It's been okay. Yeah. Moving around the lineup is fine. Playing these people in positions to get them ready is fine. We are now tied for first place, and the teams that is tied with us is playing better than us. The team right behind us is playing better than us. You cannot afford to play in a wild card series because your team is so bad fundamentally that you will lose 2 of those games. You cannot just walk into a wild card series, be like, we dropped game 1. Okay, we'll get it. We'll just bash in game 2 and 3. Fundamentally, you are not sound enough to do any of that. You need to make a change tonight in this lineup, in this defensive positioning. And when I turn on the game, I better not hear anyone, whether it's Michael Kay or if I'm on the radio, Justin Shackle or Dave Sims saying, this is the best defensive lineman they have. Because if Jazz at third base, it's not.
-4 defensive runs this year after +8 last year.
He led the American League.
Second base. Yeah.
He led the American League in defensive runs saved last year, which is crazy because he's not a third baseman. That just means that to me, the rest of the AL was bad at third base.
Yeah. So it's just, it really is demoralizing. And like what you said with the fundamentals, and it's just like, so, you can't really like change that midseason, or at least it feels like, and they're not going to make big changes personnel wise, coaching, front office, all that. So that's why I just kind of want to be, we'll see, Cashman always with his price tags for players, but I just want to be aggressive this deadline, get 2 relievers, get a third baseman, just do it. Don't think about DJ, just do it.
Ryan
just
McMahon.
release him. And it's like, I don't know. I mean, I think especially if you didn't have to give up Lombard or Jones, I think anything is on the table. Everyone else is on the table. I think that's going to give you your best shot. Other than that, I mean, I think the season will wilt away if you don't.
Yeah, and I mean, I think the guys that are currently in. So I live across the Hudson River from the high A facility. So like I'll go to their high A teams games and like learn the players. The double A team has guys, and like the double A team is looking pretty good. Whether it's you have infielders to trade, you have outfielders to trade. So package them and one of these pitchers that are in high A and double A that other teams have interest in, and go get a position player and a reliever from any of these teams that are trading that, whether it's the Twins, the Rockies, for whatever reason, don't ever want to part ways with Ryan McMahon.
Oh, so they're saying that they're not.
I think because I think it would have happened by now. Because I think the Rockies just really don't, because the Rockies never trade anyone.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
So you got to like focus on like the Twins and get maybe a Willie Castro and Yohan Duran.
And please don't get Rengifo. They've talked about that. It's like, we don't need another guy hitting 200.
Yeah.
I mean, I know, he looked a little better last year. It's just get Suarez, pay the price tag, and just move on for it. I don't care if you had to give Schittler or the other guy. I don't know. The heck is the guy?
Carlos LaGrange?
It is LaGrange. Okay, yeah.
Or Ben Hess?
He could be good. They could be good, but it just, I don't know. We just can't keep doing the same thing, but it's really frustrating. It feels embarrassing. And to me, it feels like a disgrace. I know, you're still tied for the division lead. But it's just, I mean, what's the trajectory here, though? You know what I mean? So for people saying like, oh, what are you complaining about? I mean, this has just been absolutely horrendous. And it's just, you hate that. It's like you expect it to turn on the TV. You expect things to go wrong. It's just a terrible situation right now. And you could switch it. And you did like to see that the spirit of the rally last night, but it's like, the bullpen blowing it. I mean, that's just like the last thing we need. And that's why I really would like 2 relievers, both hard throwers. I can't believe that they've went this long without having that. And if you're not going to do it and you don't end up making many trades, then call up LaGrange, because he's hitting 100 miles an hour on his fastball. Use some of those guys. You know what I mean? I think that's the thing that's frustrating with the Yankees over the last couple of years. It seems like they're very hesitant at times to mix things up, right? I mean, it's like they don't like deviating from the plan.
That's why DJ LeMahieu still is on the team.
Yeah.
Because Aaron Judge asked them to keep him there. That's why we were playing Anthony Rizzo in the postseason. Anthony Rizzo isn't retired. No team signed him.
Right.
Verdugo was DFA'd by the Braves. The Braves are not a good team this year.
Right.
And we had him starting in the World Series.
Yeah.
He had the last at-bat of the World Series. Putting Trent in that spot, I will still die on that hill. Putting Trent on that spot to work a walk at least against Buehler. They just don't know what they're doing.
No, it's just bad. So, hopefully they make those moves. Hopefully, they can win tonight and have a good series against the Mets. But I mean, the confidence level right now is at an all-time low. By the way, Doug Heem, your solo leader at 600. Soto's getting a brush back this weekend. Watch out.
It's not.
One shot lead over Hosser, Grillo, Ekro, home is still 400. And by the way,
Grillo,
good morning
dude.
to Hot Take Johnny. He says good morning. Good
morning.
to hear from him.
Robert
Parker.
Parker.
But yeah, that's all I got. Clark pitch well, offense hit, bullpen. I mean, do something. Don't just blow it. Don't get swept. But I don't know. I feel like a 50-50, honestly, at best right now for later. So we'll see what happens. but the Mets split, right? So there you go. Get the monkey out the back, get the win, right?
Yeah,
They're great, but you still won. You still ended the day with a win, which at least is good.
Right, and they had the win when Dorsey seemed happy. Love the fans, the post-game interview,
The All-Star nod.
the All-Star
first time
nods.
it's Met.
We'll have to see that, dude. Nimmo, the grand slam for game 2 was awesome. And, I guess it's already on game 2. It was also nice to see Brazoban open the game. Looked okay, obviously, but, Tidwell looked great. I mean, I know he gave up those back-to-back home runs in the 5th inning. I can double-check right now. Or was it maybe even later on than that, dude? It doesn't really matter, to be honest. I think Tidwell has a bright future, to be honest. Obviously, still limiting his pitch count, limiting on how long you leave him out there after giving up some runs as well. So, but again, the fastball coming in at 97, 98, like, that's something he can work on. He's still super young, and not for nothing, like getting his first win of his career last night. I mean, I think that was huge for him, and I think you're going to see him, dial it in a little bit, keep the ball in the park. I mean, again, he's been tasked some hard outings there. Obviously, last night against the Brewers, who's been one of the hotter teams in baseball, and then I think his first start was against the Phillies. So I mean, like, he's had some tough starts out there, so nice to see that. I guess Lovelady striking out Yelich later in the game too. Like, that was kind of cool, even though he's still, like, I mean, at that point it was like a 7-2, 7-3 game already. So
he's got to be your guys' Seymour Wiener. Like, you gotta use him, channel that.
I honestly, I kind of thought that he would have like been that already, like his first time out, but I don't know. He gives up hits and runs often, so we'll see if he can figure it out and become that guy, because obviously the name, the play on words, it certainly plays, dude. But nonetheless, dudes, seeing Stanek game 2, give a couple of hits, a couple walks, that's not good. But Diaz, getting 4 outs. I think that Mendoza should be looking at that and saying, like, Diaz, just give me 2 innings now, because the bullpen is so freaking exhausted and stretched out. And, like, Diaz has been pretty lights out. I know maybe in the back of your head, you're like, Diaz is doing well. Don't mess with it. Keep him closing games like he normally has, even though this is his first appearance in probably 3 games, I think, 4 games maybe. But does get his 17th save of the year, and he's been dialed in ever since, I don't know, maybe halfway through, like, March. So I think, asking him to get 6 outs, I think is something you should be looking at, especially in tight games, because not for nothing, we saw what happened to Garrett in game 1 here, where he's just
Bless you.
Bless you.
excuse me, leaving sliders or just pitches over the middle of the plate and just giving up hits and runs and struggling with location, walking batters as well, like we saw in game 1. I mean, Reed Garrett seems to be imploding in on himself. So I don't know if it is because they are so stretched out. But regardless, I mean, Reed Garrett right now is past, like, what? I don't know, 5 outings has been, like, really, really shaky. So it's like the confidence in him and this bullpen in general is really waning. And of course, when you have, starters like Clay Holmes in game 1 who just can't find the fucking strike zone, dude, I mean, 4th inning, you're walking the bases loaded. His stats against the lefties are atrocious. So a lot of teams are stacking their lineups with lefties when Clay Holmes is starting. And I think he has, 15 walks against left-handers this season or something like that.
That's what happens when the breaking stuff isn't getting swung at.
Exactly that. I mean, the only I want to say, was it Terang maybe that grounded out into the double play in the 4th, with the bases loaded. It was base loaded 1 out, and he does finally get someone to swing on a sinker to ground out. It was to 3rd, and they turned to, which was great double play, high pressure situation there to turn that double play. So it was great to have some good defense behind him. But again, I mean, that's not, like you said. I mean, if people aren't swinging at that sinker, he kind of panics a little bit, and then all of a sudden, he's leaving like a changeup over the middle of the plate because he's trying to get someone to swing at something, and then they're just kind of waiting him out until that kind of pitch comes. So also, I also feel like sometimes that he pitches, like, he expects batters to swing, so he, like, throws pitches outside of the strike zone.
Oh yeah, no, all the time.
But it's like, I can't tell if sometimes he's missing his own location or if he's doing that on purpose. But regardless, like you should probably stop doing that. There's like some times where he's painting corners, but again, the location has not been there, which is why game one you saw what was it, 4 1/3, 4 2/3. Damn it. It was 5 1/3. 4 walks, 3 of them coming in that fourth inning, and then I think you had a leadoff walk in the fifth after that. It's just not, you have to get your location down. Again, I sound like a broken record with this rotation, but it's like you can't be having starts like this, and then because of that, because of doubleheader, like Mendoza has his hand tied. He has to leave guy out there. He needs someone for long relief. He has to throw Waddell out there because he knows he can give you 3 innings. So it's tough, dude. Obviously, the pitching is a huge problem. Splitting the sixes, like we said yesterday, was huge. Mendoza switching the lineup around for game 2. Nimmo leading off for the first time this season. And obviously Lindor in the 2-hole. You saw, it's Nimmo with the big grand slam early in the game. Lindor next batter up, go back to back. So I mean, that obviously caused some, I guess some good momentum with the lineup change. I'm sure you'll probably maybe see that for today. Speaking of the pitching and the lack thereof, you do get David Peterson on the mound tonight, who not for nothing last like 2-3 starts, not good. You don't really feel very, very good about him. And then, he's facing off against Jose Quintana, who already had the tribute video, by the way, yesterday. They ran the video yesterday. I don't know why they did that. I don't think they'll do it again today. But in any case, this is a guy who you necessarily kind of let leave the team. And also, you didn't really want to pay him, and he was a huge part in your postseason run in the wild card series, in the series leading up to the wild card against the Braves, against the Phillies. I mean, he was huge, and you didn't want to pay him. And now I'm sure he's going to come out here and want to pitch really well against you. And not for nothing, I think he has one of the best road stats out of any pitcher in the league. I have to confirm that, but I'm pretty sure I heard that yesterday. Let's see, Jose Quintana away stats. Let's see. Let's go to the splits here, dude. 2025 homer away. So he has on the road in 6 starts, he is 4-0 and has a 1.31 ERA. Which is kind of crazy that on the road he's been doing so well. His home stats, he's 2-2 with a 5.9 ERA at home. But obviously, like I was saying, on the road he's been dialed in, and you know what? He's on the road tonight. So
yeah, I mean, I think he's hittable though. He's one of those guys. Yes, he'll have good outings, but you can get to him.
Yeah, no, definitely
doesn't scare you. It doesn't overpower
right.
you.
I mean, almost like a Clay Holmes. He just he kind of pitches for contact, and if you're a patient batter, he does kind of gets in trouble with location, and then he's giving up hits. But I mean, how many times do we see it, dude? The former team, you're on the road there, you feel pretty jacked up, and this is
Juan Soto didn't do that.
Juan Soto did not do that, I guess. But I feel like Quintana right now, I don't know. I mean, I could see it. Obviously, maybe that's just me, Met fan, being pessimistic, seeing how horrible the team has been playing recently. But at the end of the day, I'm expecting the bats hopefully to fire up. Maybe Nimmo still leads off. Maybe he, cranks another one. A sneaky 16 home run season right now for him. I think he has 40 ribbies too in the year.
Yeah.
So I feel like, obviously he's maybe not necessarily playing up to how much you're paying him, which I think is probably maybe 28 this year or something like that. But nonetheless, dude, I mean, hopefully he can get hot right now because you definitely need it. Because Jesus, dude, Pete Alonso been ice cold. I know he had an RBI game. The first game yesterday, that was his 3rd RBI in 19 games. So, talk about an ice cold streak here for Alonso. I mean, you're going to need him to heat up. But I think many people were saying too about the Mets, it's only a matter of time before all these guys are kind of gelling in the lineup at the same time. Because obviously, with Soto having a great June and you didn't have any wins to show for it, I mean, that really sucks. So hopefully these guys can figure it out. I mean, again, you should know Quintana, right? So you should be able to hit him. Hopefully Peterson figures it out. But I mean, the Brewers have been hitting well this series, so I don't know. It's going to be tough, dude. I mean, obviously you want to salvage it here with a nice win going into the weekend. against the Yankees. But we'll see, dude. I mean, I'm trying to tread lightly, I guess. It's, similar situation as you guys too. I mean, it's just
I can't take it though. I honestly can't. I'm so tight. Like it's awful.
I mean, do you think that Clay Holmes was doing a rain dance or praying for rain so that he couldn't pitch against the Yankees this weekend?
I don't think so.
I think so.
I think we would have absolutely tattooed him.
Well, of course you do. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like Clay Holmes. I mean, again, I know right now he's been going through his last few starts, but again, I mean, he was an opening day starter. I mean, I thought
Right.
he rose to occasions earlier on this season. I don't think he's not Noah Syndergaard. Okay, he's not dodging starts. I think if he wanted, if he was slated to start, he would have started.
I just think the Yankees offense at times is great at just hitting dribblers down the foul lines, and Clay Holmes can't field his position.
No. I mean, you're not. Listen, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and speculate because
he's not going to win the Gold Glove.
No, definitely not, dude. But basically, yeah, dude. As I'm watching, I don't even know who this is. Matt Kim.
Who is going to start Sunday? Because I
undecided for the Mets.
Yeah, but I mean, who's in play for that? Is that bullpen?
Probably. Who out of the bullpen? I don't know. We used Brazoban yesterday, game 2. Maybe they'll. I mean, again, Brazoban and Tidwell yesterday. So
but how about the game tomorrow? Stroman,
dude.
Blackburn. What's the total going to be? 15.5.
Honestly, it really should be. What a fucking shit show, dude.
Yeah.
Stroman. I hope he gets fucking
But then we
popped.
have Rodon and Fried. So, I mean, I'm going to be really pissed if we don't win this series. But I'm already pissed. So what's the difference, right, Tony?
Yeah, no, I mean, somebody's going to be more pissed come Monday, I guess.
But it's just so debilitating, especially what we had to deal with the Rangers last year. I know it's not going to get that bad, but I don't know. I just don't think there's an excuse. And that's what I just think is bullshit. And I could, but I could just go in circles about that forever. And also I did see that Hot Take Johnny would say rare day he could watch at work. Once I switched positions, I couldn't do it anymore.
I'm happy to have you, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. And he says Blade Tidewell, they're pitching Blackburn again. Yes, and Stanek and Kranick, Jay. How about that?
I mean, Jay Bird said it on Monday, right? I mean, Blackburn is just not a major league pitcher.
No,
not at all, dude.
No.
So
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Let me guess. 0-6 for me in the picks last night. I don't know if you updated it, but I know I went 0-2 with the Yankees. What do you know? Even when I go the opposite, did I go 1-5?
You actually went 3-3 last night, dude.
Okay.
So you the Astros and the under saved you
2-0.
Dude, speaking of I think the over under for the Astros Colorado was actually 15.5. It was ridiculous.
Oh, and I did the under?
You did the under because you did the old opposite thing.
Right.
And then you went 1-1 with the Dodgers in the under. Dodgers went on the over. So
okay.
But I went 4-2.
Gotcha.
So I gained another game here.
Yeah, very facetiously. What does this go to the end of this month?
You know what, dude? I don't know.
I thought you wrote it at the top of this. I'm pretty sure you did.
All right, we'll have to go back, dude. When did we even make the?
I think the other one must have ended at the end of May. Right?
Well, I mean, on this page we're 6-6 and 7-5. So, dude, this has got to be. Mets in the over. 3-4. No, this must be the last one right here. I don't think I did write it down, dude. I wrote down Isaiah kind of Falefa.
I think that's what it was anyway.
End of the month? Yeah, I guess we can go with that.
And then Donna Lee, our favorite, says, "Good morning. I am way late for the party, but nevertheless, it's great to have you at the party, Donna.
Better late than never. That's what they say, dude.
The only thing you missed, Yankee-wise, because obviously she's a big Yankee fan, is, of course, right now, losing my mind about how bad they're playing. The tease last night, the rally. So they better win. They better beat the Mets, but that's all stuff she already knows.
Well,
But, yeah, I know I picked first.
Yes, you do.
So let's get it popping.
The music.
6-pack MLB pick segment. Hirsch Law Firm on the eve of 4th of July here.
Yeah, that's a good one.
We'll start in Canada. Yankees, Blue Jays. Can the Yankees win 1 out of 4 games against their division rivals? Or will they fall to 10-16 in the AL East? Clark Schmidt I think it was a 3-run homer last time that got him, but overall has been really good this year pitching wise. So hopefully he settles in. Opposed by Chris Bassett. I'm just hoping Clark can give us 6 innings, 2 runs or less. And I don't even know what the total is, but I'm going to say, remember Josh said, don't worry about the final score. So I'm going to just say Yankees in the under. I think Judge and Stanton again. This time they win though. So Yankees under. I'll say they win 5-2. So Yankees under.
Yankees
They win. Come
under.
on. Sick of it.
Book it. Sick of it.
Lipsky in at 6 under right now, so tied with him through 12.
Wow.
And I meant that he's reached 6 under par. But continue.
Yes, dude. I will continue now. Mentioned it, the Mets. Yes, on this eve of 4th of July, dude.
Afternoon eve.
Afternoon night game, though, is what this one is. 7:10. You know the deal. Finishing off this series here. I gave you the pitching matchup. I gave you the stats kind of on the road. I think he'll honestly pitch well. I think Peterson this year, classic early this season outing, I would think for the Mets to win this series. Not for nothing. I mean, this is, I feel like a nice momentum-changing game here for the Mets if they do succeed. And I think, I really do. I think Peterson, 7 innings, 1 earned run, dialed in, the sinker, the fastball, painting corners, Christian Yelich, golden sombrero maybe. Okay, dude? But Quintana probably somewhat matches that. I can see him going like 6 2/3, maybe 2 earned runs. Maybe Pete Alonso puts him out of the game with a 2-run blast in the 7th. Puts the Mets up 2-0. Maybe someone from the bullpen gives up a run, makes it 2-1. 9th inning, I'll say Nimmo remains hot. RBI double, makes it 3-1. That is your game. No Diaz, right? Because you have 4 outs last night. You have to work around that. Doesn't matter, though. They do. Mets in the under. Doesn't matter. No final score. Josh B. Let's go.
All right, yeah.
Let's go, dude.
Following the Josh B.
Let's go.
Even though I already broke the rules the first time. I'll go Dodgers in the over again, just simply because it's May versus Savale. So.
You went under yesterday.
Yeah. No, but I thought, okay. And it went over?
It did go over, yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna go over. Dodgers in the over. That's all I got.
Bang. That's it. No shit, dude. All right, dude. So game 2. Don't even give me time to write it down, dude. Dodgers in the over here. I mean, take a page out of Brian's book. Go to Colorado, dude. I mean, Freeland. Are you kidding me? Other matchups though. Go back to the well with the Cubs. No, thank you. Robbie Ray with the Giants. I mean, I kind of like that pick right there, but I guess I'll go with the Stros. I kind of don't love that, to be honest, dude. But I guess I will. Astros over under is at 11.5, dude. And the game has not reached the over the first 2 games of the series. You know what that means, Brian? Astros for the sweep. Astros in the over. Doesn't matter. Final score. Don't care. That's that, Brian.
By the way, nothing to do with what we're talking about, but I just happened to see this come across my screen. New Colony Grills expected to open in Shelton, Glastonbury. So, expanding their Connecticut presence, more places to get a hot oil pie. I mean, I think that sounds pretty good to me right now. Anyway, 3rd game last game. My bad. Who did you take there?
What are you just thinking about the hot oil, dude?
Yes.
I took the Astros in the over.
Okay, Astros in the over. All right. I will take. Yeah, this is. I'll go.
Oh,
I know,
you think you got it, but then you don't.
I know. This is. I hate the pitchers that are pitching today.
I know, me too. The matchups are not good, dude.
I guess the Cubs. Give me the Cubs.
Oh, okay.
Right. Cubs.
All right.
Under, just like that. You have your last pick.
Yeah, Joe. Keep it simple. Even though I kind of like Seth Lugo, maybe, by the way, dude. By the way, I forget who reported this, but DeGrom not going to be going to the Mets.
Yeah. That's like saying the sky's blue. I mean, come on. He was tight, though. You knew he was tight.
He's not tight.
Yeah.
What is he tight at? What is he tight at? It's his fault. He's fucking injured all the time. What do you want?
No.
whatever, dude. Give me the fucking Giants. Robbie Ray. They're in Arizona, dude. Trying to bounce back here after dropping 4 in a row. I think it was even 5 in a row. Splitting the 6s in the series. They won last night in extras. Over under 8.5. Give me Giants and the totals, dude. Under Giants, under Robbie Ray. Let's go. Book it. Whatever, dude.
All right. And just like that, MLB 6-pack, MLB Frenzy. And I know I'm on this Colony theme, and I keep talking about it, but it's coming up on my newsfeed. It looks like they're going with some seasonal pies, which I don't remember them ever doing, including a breaded eggplant, arugula salad, summer white, and a margarita. So that sounds good to me. You're not big on the eggplant pizza, huh?
Eggplant on pizza? No, dude.
Okay.
I think eggplant.
Surprise, the eggplant ricotta, though. It seems like it's something you'd like.
No, I mean, I don't know. I just think that, I don't know. I like my eggplant very specific, thinly sliced, breaded, fried. And it's like, I don't know. I think a lot of restaurants screw up eggplant because they don't really prepare it right.
Yeah, but if prepared right.
If prepared right, do I think Colony can handle it? I don't know.
I think they could take it.
Margarita pie sounds good. White pie can really take it or leave it, I guess. But I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, I feel like, again, like you go to Colony, sausage hide oil, onion sauce. Like, I don't know. Like, I just feel like there's so many other things I'd rather have at Colony. But obviously, I think maybe Colony feeling some heat from a competitor in the area, dude.
They're so much better than Rico's. I swear to God, they really are.
I think it literally tastes exactly the same, to be honest.
I can't believe you don't notice the crust. You is like detail oriented. You are with food. I can't believe you don't notice the difference with the crust. It's different. It's a different crust.
I don't think it is, dude.
So different.
I think it's probably exactly the same thing. Maybe even the same distributor guy. Who knows?
This is the guy.
This is a guy. But also, I mean, like Colony crust, like they're not known for their crust. It's just fucking cracker. It's a cracker, dude. Right? It's a rich fucking cracker.
It's good.
No, it is good. It is. Listen. They do what they do very well. Like their thing, their product is good. But again, like I go to Rico's. I mean, dude, like wings are fire. Like the nice
I
bar.
guess I gotta try it again. But I didn't think the wings were that good.
And
either.
also, I don't know if like the people, sometimes people who work at Colony, like have some bad experiences, dude. Like sometimes they just feel like they're kind of stuck up. Like, oh, I'm working at Colony, and it's just like I don't know.
Sounds like a Staten Island.
It's not a Staten Island thing. There's no Colony on Staten Island.
That's the point.
No. Yeah, exactly. You know what, dude? And they know better. Okay, dude. Do they even have one in the city? I don't even think they do. Do they have one
in Port Chester,
which is not the city?
I mean, they sell pizza in Yankee Stadium now.
Oh yeah, that's true. That is true. But whatever.
Seems kind of gimmicky to me.
Whatever.
Dude.
Just get the grid up. Jesus.
Like,
all right.
No, yeah, cheeses, dude. You keep thinking about that pizza, cheeses.
Yes, dude. I think I might get Gaetano's honestly before Rhode Island because I'm really starving. Yeah.
I got a leftover slice in the fridge, Sicilian from Staten Island, dude.
There you go.
Immaculate grid. Music back up.
Washington, Houston, Tyler Clippard,
dude.
Book it.
Oh, let me share it, dude. Like,
jeez,
oh my God,
can't
dude.
wait 1 second.
You can't wait a second, dude. You gotta
Not
go to
even
Gaetano's, dude.
Yeah, I do.
Call in the order, dude. The Stratford and Maine, please. Jay Bird here says oil up, by the way. Also, Jay Bird says, love the word facetious, dude. Been clocking it for you. 3 to 5 uses per so.
But as a grizzled vet as Jay is, I think he would know by now. I mean, I just pick up on phrases that Tony uses and then just go with it.
Yeah, dude. And that is a good phrase, dude. It's a good word, dude.
Very good phrase.
People impressed. Like, wow, dude. Like, you have such a good vocabulary,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Who'd you say for what category?
Tyler Clippard.
Oh, for Washington Astros.
Yeah.
Tyler Clippard. I mean, Washington Sox. You could do Giolito.
Yeah. No, I was thinking El Duque, but he never actually pitched for
Bart.
I suppose he was injured.
Could do Cologne.
Bart high though?
I would think Bart, but you think Lucas Giolito's too high? Moises Alou, did he play for Washington? He did play for Washington.
I don't know if he played for the White Sox.
He definitely played for the Astros.
Yeah.
I mean, we can work around 40 plus career WAR for Washington. Did Zimmerman have it? I don't know. Trey
Pedro?
Turner, dude. Pedro Martinez.
Yeah, Randy Johnson.
Either one.
Well, who do you think is the highest?
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you think
dude.
Scherzer is the highest?
I would think Scherzer is.
I think Expos guys are going to be the lowest. Vlad, any of those guys, but
I feel like Vlad would be high.
I think Pedro
Martinez.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do it. Pedro Martinez. 92 to 09.
09.
Who's the other Pedro Martinez?
I have no idea. 10%.
10%, not
not
bad.
not good, not bad.
Do you think like a Barry Bonds for this one or a Ken Griffey would be too
Yeah,
high? I mean, I think
season.
there's so many people. Like I don't know.
Mickey Mantle.
Want to do Mickey Mantle?
Yeah. M-I-C-K.
Mikey. 1%, dude.
What do you know?
What do you know, dude?
300 career. Vlad?
Vlad for 300 career home runs.
Yeah.
Vladimir. Oh, that's why. I was like, what? There you go. Vladimir Guerrero Sr.
0.5.
Dude, that's a great one. 300 batting average season for the Stros.
Abreu, probably, right?
Jose Abreu?
actually, no,
definitely not.
no,
He was
no.
fucking ass. He was ass. 300 career home runs. Does Abreu have that?
There's no way.
No way.
No.
I don't think so.
No.
300 career home runs with the Stros. Craig Biggio. Does he have 300 career home runs?
Lance Berkman?
Lance Berkman probably definitely does.
Yeah.
All right. Lance Berkman. Bang.
Ooh. Well, hey.
Yeah, this is kind of a tough one, dude. With a lot of stats,
Yeah.
dude. Homers with the White Sox. Konerko, dude. And then he did say Berkman, by the way, for Stros home runs. Got that.
Yeah.
Thank you. So we would do Konerko.
Yeah.
That was for White Sox homers, you said, right? Konerko. Paulie. 10%, dude.
Everything's
This is
high, everything's high.
it's tough, dude.
Did Tim Anderson hit 300 ever? I don't know.
I don't know. And I think Erdini here says maybe it's Abreu has 291.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Look that up later.
Washington and the White Sox, Giolito.
I mean, you think that's too high?
Just trying to think about other guys.
Bart.
Did Tim Anderson play for the Nationals?
No,
don't
he's only
think
been
so,
on Miami
dudes.
and the Angels.
Only two players, Thomas and Konerko. Oh, Biggio at 291, he's saying.
I think, though, Anderson had some.
Frank Thomas was the other one?
I feel like Anderson for the 300 average.
You're probably right.
Yeah. 14.
Yeah. I mean, what are you going to do right now? 300 average for the Astros at this point.
It's
like,
Altuve.
Altuve's going to be the
Bregman,
highest. Do you care,
Could it
though?
be Springer?
Are you
Did Kyle
over
Tucker
it,
hit
dudes?
300?
Could it be Springer or
For a
Tucker?
season? I don't
like-
know. Springer probably not.
Yeah, Springer hit for a lower average. Biggio might have, but then again, he hit for a lower average too.
He did.
What was Beltran's average?
Yuli Gurriel, Josh B, kind of like the party with the homers there, though. Thank you very much. I don't think
feel like
Gurriel hit 300.
you don't think so?
Oh, I don't know.
300 against Yankees, probably.
You want to try it? You
Against the
Gurriel?
Yankees, can you do that?
Do you want me to hit
No,
Gurriel?
no, hold on.
Oh,
Let's think about this for
Max
a second.
Homa. I feel like Josh B's probably right.
Yeah.
You wanna go with the Josh B call?
Go with Josh
If
B.
he's wrong, he's wrong. He was right. 0.8.
There we go.
Dude.
All right, so
And then
White Sox.
You just want to do Giolito? I can't think of anyone.
Wait, hold on.
Hold
Nelson
on.
Cruz,
Nelson Cruz.
Pitchers.
Giolito. Who's the dude with the shades, dude? Doolittle.
Shades
The
on?
Doolittle?
I don't think he.
I don't think he went to the White
pitched for the
Sox. Josh B, by the way, let's fucking go.
I
He's
just feel
gonna
like Giolito's
pat
gonna
on
be
the back,
high.
Josh B, dude.
Giolito's gonna be so high, dude.
Celebratory sig.
Right though, or no?
Giolito?
Yeah.
I feel people don't think about him being drafted or starting his first year with the Nationals. I don't know, dude. What year was that? Fucking 2015? What else? You want to do? You want to do Bart? I think
What
Bart
about-
would be high. Bart is definitely going to be high.
Not Wilson Betterment.
I say just do Giolito.
Yeah, or Kurt Suzuki. Yeah, I don't think Kurt Suzuki's on the White Sox.
I don't think so either, dude.
I think he's gonna be 38%.
Is that your over-under, 38.5?
Yep.
And you're taking the over?
Mhm.
I'll take the under. You taking under?
On Giolito?
Yeah.
I put it in. I know what it is now.
Oh, you bastard. maybe later. Let's see what it was. 59.
3%. Okay. I don't know why. I just thought he was kind of well known, right?
Yeah, dude. I feel like that they're like okay. I think they changed their results a little bit here.
You're saying is that thing that keeps popping up?
Yeah, dude, they changed. So enough for nothing, dude. I was on Baseball Reference last night. Fucking ads popping up left and right.
Not good.
I know. What the hell is that about, dude? I don't know what's going on there, dude.
So there's 105 players that play for the Nationals and White Sox.
Let's look it up, dude. Tim Raines, Bart, Gio Gonzalez, Javier Vasquez. Anyone that like is Will Cordero. Jeez, dude. Cesar Hernandez. Brian Goodwin. Brian Little. Steve Lyons. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I feel like that these Claude Raymond, Nick Senzel. Yeah, dude, I don't know. That's a tough one. Not gonna lie. Yeah, Brian, you all right over there?
Yeah, I was actually just looking up something.
Calvin Herrera.
Clayton Kershaw, 3,000 Ks last night.
Yeah, congrats to him, dude. That's
Yes.
pretty sick.
Only the fourth left-hander to reach 2,000 strikeouts.
Can you name the other three?
Can you?
CC is one.
Yep.
No, like, can you, Brian, or no?
Well, it's in front of me, so
Oh, shit. All right.
I can't believe you. I mean, just thinking about like nasty left-handed pitchers.
I only have CC off rip.
A guy that we mentioned earlier
Today?
for the grid. We didn't use him, but we mentioned him.
For the grid. A pitcher we used,
the Expos.
Pedro. We used Pedro.
But a left-hander
that's
that
right.
pitched in that time period, and Josh B says it, Randy Johnson. And then
Adam Eaton?
no, I think that was for a grid.
he's probably, yeah.
He's
not, yeah.
And then the other one is Steve Carlton.
Oh, wow.
So exclusive list. The longevity of Kershaw, despite really dealing with some injuries for a while now. And he's kind of settled in. I mean, he's 4-0, 3.43. Did give up 4 runs last night, but they did win. So be interesting to see if he could hold up. 37 years old. I remember when he made his debut.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah. And Josh B with the Triv. Ralph for the Triv, the JD Triv. And I was just seeing
What were you seeing, dude?
no, if there's really any more NHL stuff, but I guess Brent Burns to the Avs.
Oh, yeah, that's right. 1-year deal to the Avalanche. I mean, listen, Brent Burns, he's a competitor. He's a gritty guy. The beard, the mentality. I think that's good for Colorado. 1-year deal, right? Like no risk. Why not? Like that's a sick.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah. No, it is.
That guy's a vet.
NHL players get okay to participate in 26 Olympics.
Yeah, that
I
was
think
huge.
Everybody saw that coming. And then Byram, the Sabres are going to match any offer sheet to him.
Wait, Bowen Byram?
Yeah.
Was that again? On what?
Like he's a restricted free agent, so they said
Yeah.
any offer sheet he gets, they're going to match. That's what came out and said.
I mean, I would too. Like, what the hell? Bowen Byram is a great guy.
Just was going to see any free agency buzz. Doesn't look like it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then let's see. Did we get John Deere? Let's see what we got here.
I'm in commercial right now. Looks like.
I know. I'm in commercial too. I was just gonna go leaderboard, and now Lipsky and him
it's a
really having
commercial.
good rounds here. Both 7 under. Lipsky through 13, him through 12. Eckroat solo third right now, 6 under through 10. Hosser 5 under through 13, tied for 4th with Griot, Siwoo Kim, Higo, and Max Homa. Joel Damon, another birdie here, 4 under par.
Hey, yo.
Is this the time for Damon, or do you think it's gonna be like an 80 tomorrow? Miss the cut.
I mean, classic, like, feel good round 1, drink at night, then it's over.
You really? It seems like you're not even rooting for him today. I'm disappointed.
No, of course I do, dude. He's wearing like his big rimmed hat right now.
Keith Mitchell with the visor. He's 3 under through 15.
With the visor, dude. Have you ever worn a visor, Brian?
I mean, I'm sure at some point, but like
Yeah.
very, very briefly. How about you? More likely to wear a cowboy hat or a visor? Because I remember that was a big thing for you. or you wouldn't wear one?
I mean,
I feel like if you're hammered in Austin, and
no, I was
someone
gonna say,
gave
I
you
guess
one, you
if
would
I'm
wear it.
in Texas, if I go to a rodeo or something, like, yeah.
So you wouldn't just wear it at the bar, like someone just, I got an extra hat. You want it?
Well, I mean, maybe if it was given to me, yeah. But would I? I'm not gonna be that guy to go to like Texas and buy a fucking cowboy hat and then wear it out and be like, "Where you're from? I'm from Staten Island." Like, no, I'm all right, dude.
I swear though, the conferences we went to, everybody was doing it.
Really?
Like the GAF conference down there, everybody was getting the cowboy hats.
You don't have line dancing anywhere on Staten Island?
No, can't say we do, dude. Can't say we do. What about you, Brian? Would you wear the visor or the cowboy hat?
Probably the visor,
Right? At golf, someone gives it to you.
But I still just don't understand the visor, right? I mean, it's like cooler, but then your head gets baked.
Yeah, no, true.
I think it
Your hair.
depends.
Mhm.
I feel like there's times like, especially when I'm at school, like, and I have to wait to get a haircut because
Yeah.
I don't want to cheat on my barber.
Mm-hmm.
I think like I wear the hat just to cover it up, but I feel like I have a lot of hair sometimes, so like
Mhm.
maybe the visor for that.
Yeah.
To
It
me,
makes
it just
sense.
visor feels like 2005.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
You know?
I haven't worn one since
My
maybe I was 5 years old.
my
You
high
could bring
school
it back.
My high school football coaches used to wear those a lot.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a coaching thing.
It is a
Yeah.
big coaching thing, dude. Like that's like a, okay. Like you're like, oh, like that guy's wearing a visor. What an idiot. Well, he's a coach. That's all right.
Yeah,
How about cowboy boots? Would you think you'd be wearing boots? Cowboy
I'd
boots?
rather wear the Birks instead of the boots.
Well, yeah, well, like that's obvious, dude. It's like
Well,
saying,
I'm
it's like saying
saying,
the
well,
sky
they
is
give-
blue. Like
They
the
give
Birks
me-
are great.
Give me a
dude.
comparison then, I guess, because you know what I mean. You're just saying like,
cow boots or cowboy hat, like the hat or the boots.
Hat.
Like
I don't like cowboy boots. Boots are always uncomfortable. It's weird. I don't
yeah,
ever get wide sneakers, but I feel like my foot is just a little wider. Even my grandpa used to have a triple E. Talk about difficulty getting shoes.
never
That's
even
like
heard of that.
so, like you know, like certain shoes. Then they'll say, "Oh, it's 12 wide."
Mhm, yeah, yeah.
Like that's even like wider than wide, which is crazy. But I always just saw boots are very narrow, a little uncomfortable. But I have to say, I would be, and it's tough because in the summer you don't really want to wear boots. But I guess I just had to wear like backup shoes or whatever because I hate it for work. Like going around people's yard, it's wet, the grass, and it just I feel like all my shoes get ruined because they get wet and it's hot and you're sweating and it's annoying.
yeah.
Like how many pairs of sneakers you guys have like in a rotation usually?
I will say, like when I was in college and in high school, it was definitely more. I have two pairs of sneakers that I wear. It's like the Sambas and then like a tan pair of sneakers.
Okay.
I guess every so often I'll throw in like I have a pair of Converse that I'll wear. But you know, obviously during the summer, I mean it's like, you know, bursts.
I can't believe you don't sweat
90% of the
roof with
time,
those.
dude.
Like I would ruin those in a week. wearing those so often.
Yeah, I mean, I will say, I mean, I definitely make it more of a point, like, to wash my feet often.
Okay.
Like, really, not that I don't wash my feet every day, but I mean, like really, like, just scrubbing for a while, you know? And I think that kind of helps with, like, the sweat and the odor. Because the first time I bought Birks, that happened. I wore them for the summer, and it was fucking, like,
terrible.
gone, dude,
Yeah.
you know? But I also was done with them. Like I wore them like every day. So it was like, even when they're like rainy days, which is obviously Birks, you can't really wear in the rain. So I've gotten a little bit better, but I will say, this is like maybe my fourth pair of Birkenstocks. And it is kind of annoying for that reason where it's like, they do kind of get a little funky sometimes. And they're $100. So, that's fucking lame, dude.
No, and it's funny. Like I feel like for
Like, to
me,
replace
'cause
them.
I just go through them so quick, especially if I'm wearing something like
Yeah.
most days. I mean, a month, and like they're not like really that good.
Oh, dude, I was in elementary school. Back to that Catholic school, like my school shoes would be torched by
yeah.
like by the Christmas break, and they just give you such a fucking conniption, like detention. Even though I didn't end up getting detention because of it, but they would just be yelling at you, get new
Yeah,
shoes.
It's
what
just,
are you doing?
No, and I feel
dude?
like when I get new shoes, I'm careful about when I wear them. But then it's like you always get like then you wear them a little more, and then
Well, because
yeah,
like, what the hell? Like, not for nothing, dude. Like, you know, I wear them. Like,
No, the
I'm
thing
not
that
gonna
just
be.
screws me over is
Oh no, I can't do this because I'm gonna ruin my shoes. Like,
even in the winter, like my feet just sweat too much, and that just ruins it.
yeah.
It's just I don't, you know,
Mhm.
it's like I don't know if Gold Bond's the answer, but I don't want to like be powdering on Gold Bond into my socks and then my
Yeah.
shoes are all right. I mean, what's the answer really?
I mean, Gold Bond definitely works. I went through the Gold Bond phase in college.
You just put it in the shoe before you put it on?
In the shoe, in my sock.
In the
dude.
sock?
In the sock. Especially playing rugby too. It was Gold Bond after every practice, put it in the cleat. That was actually a good move. Like it was post. Like when the day's over,
Okay.
you put the Gold Bond in there because it soaks up whatever in there. So then you're good, come the next day. But you know what's annoying, dude? Like then you come home, you take your shoes off, and then you got fucking powder footprints on the floor because you got Gold Bond on your feet. So like, is there really winning here? No, like you don't win, dude. Just the monogamy here of footwear, Brian.
Yeah. No, it's annoying. I mean,
It is annoying, dude.
Yeah.
You know?
and I feel like my golf shoes too. I don't know if you ever noticed this, but it's like I feel like it like hurts my like Achilles.
Really?
Yeah, but then again, I don't know if it's like
Nah,
what
it's just maybe you. I
it's
don't
Josh
know.
B like
Yeah.
telling me about me jumping in my stance because I was like trying to look it up like what the reason is, but like I noticed like this morning I wake up, I'm going down the stairs and it's like I'm walking sideways because like it's like so sore just to
Your
start
Achilles.
initially, but I think it's because I never stretch. That's got to be it.
You should do
really.
some calf stretches, dude.
I know. I just hate stretching, but then it's like I'm gonna
Like,
be
you know.
stubborn, not stretch, and then
Yeah.
eventually tear the Achilles, and then
And then what?
wish that I stretched.
And then be Griffin Canning.
yeah.
Oh my
Will
god.
you guys really stretch that much?
Honestly, like, yeah, dude. I stretch every day.
What is it like a certain routine?
Yeah. So I kind of do like, it depends, varies on if I'm running or not, or if I have the ability to go outside or whatever. But I'll do like not a static stretch, whatever the other type of stretch is, where you're kind of like walking and stretching.
And
I do-
like bringing the knee up.
yeah, exactly. I do like the
Okay.
routine we used to do pregame for rugby and stuff like that, where you do like golf. I don't know if you know what a golfer pickup is, but you do like a golfer's pickup where you kind of have one leg extended, you kind of lean down, like go to pick up a golf ball. It kind of stretches like your hamstring and your calf, your Achilles and stuff, and then side lunges, front lunges.
Oh wow.
I like to do over the fences where you kind of like act like you're going like one leg over the fence.
Okay.
Because I have like my hips get tight. So that's good. But I mean, I recommend if you're gonna do that, dude. Like I would do
and
that.
then Donna Lee says, "Wait till you're my age" with the crying emoji. And then Jay Bird says, "Touch your toes every day." I can't even touch my shin. And he says, "Yoga with Adrian."
Yeah, yoga with Adrian. I do Sarah Beth yoga sometimes. She's got a good account on YouTube. Shout out to her.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. I really should, but I don't know. I think we're all just habitual, Tony. Right? That's what it is. The grammar, Jay. Right?
Yeah, no, it is. I mean, well, you
in terms of not. Doing
yes, in terms. Well, that's what you have to make it habitual. Is what you
Yeah.
got to do. You got to get yourself up. And I feel like you got a good grass outside. You wake up early. You do some stretches in the grass. You feel pretty good. Get some sun, and then
Yeah.
you go shower. You know.
Yeah. You're right.
But it is really, dude. But I mean, sometimes again, like everyone goes through their tough stretches. No pun intended, I guess, when you're not doing your routine. So
Yeah.
we all know about that. But I mean, I feel like stretching at least a little bit, like just start off, is better than nothing, right?
Yeah. So we'll see it eventually. Maybe 2084. I'll get that down.
Wow, Jay Bird talking some shit, by the way, saying Adrian's way better than Sarah Beth. Well, I don't know anything about Adrian, but I guess I'll check her out maybe. But I'm pretty loyal to Sarah Beth.
Yeah.
You don't know
No, I have no idea.
yoga.
And it's interesting. He says anti-inflammatory. I also noticed too. Happens golf sometimes on a swing. My fingers get swollen. I don't know if that ever happens to you.
I mean, are you gripping the club too much? Like,
Probably.
maybe. I mean, that hasn't happened to me, ever. So, but I don't golf as much as you anyway. So,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. But yeah, getting old. It's fun, right?
oh
come on. Nobody's that old. I'm just
Stop
messing
it!
around.
Stop
I'm
it!
messing
Stop
around.
it, dude! Just start stretching, all right? Stop messing around, dude.
All right.
all right.
Drink some water.
Drink some
too.
water and warm up, dude.
Yeah. All right. But yeah, I guess that's really it. I was just gonna see one more look at the leaderboard here, but I don't think we have any.
I feel like we've been in
changes.
commercial all fucking this whole time.
Him missed a birdie putt from 10-4 that would have given him the outright lead, but they're still tied.
choke
How
job.
about Siwoo Kim though, working his way up the leaderboard? He's now tied for third. He's 6 under through 12. Started on
Okay.
the back 9. Hit goes up to 6 under, so tied for third. Home was at 5 under now through 10. So yeah, the birdie fest continues. Joel Damon with his first bogey of the day on 12.
Mhm.
He did find the fairway on 13, 100 yards out to set up a birdie putt. So we'll see. But yeah, here we are, just heading into 4th of July weekend. But definitely appreciate everyone who tuned in this week.
Yeah, dude.
Continues to comment, like, and subscribe. All of the archives on the YouTube page. Tony, Michael, Renee, and Jay.
No show tomorrow.
The merch at DowntimeTV.com. Want everybody to enjoy the day, enjoy the weekend, enjoy the games. Let's go Yankees!
Let's go Mets!
And we will see you on Monday.
Let's go Mets again.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.